is Black Series Edition. I tell you something, I got to research all kinds of stuff to make sure that we know exactly what we're getting ourselves into before we step or pedal down that road. And I tell you, I've done some research on OLED TVs, but really not a lot. I do plan to engineer our new technology for TV technology because, again, as I told you before, really no point the demonstrations that we have on the technology we're working on right now to put it against a gray screen paint. All of our stuff is designed to take out gray screens and white screens and certifies. And the only thing I can really think of that would be competition, I don't even think that would be competition now, versus our AdTech TV technology and our new other technology, the aluminum screens, is an OLED TV. But after reading up and doing some research on, and I really, like I said, I never really studied these TVs before at all, period. Pretty much just the fact that I've seen a few in Best Buy, and they have this amazing Super Infinity One contrast level. So, man, I tell you, this is pretty messed up. So, bottom line is, and I'm pretty late to the party on this because, I think, again, I don't really research TVs because I'm more into projection. That's my thing at the end of the day. I really don't bother with TVs. I haven't had a TV. This is my monitor, of course, but I haven't had a TV like for home use of my main TV in like 14 years. So I don't really bother with TVs. But the last time I had a TV, there's half of the stuff that they're asking and tell you can't do with the TV that you're spending for now would have never occurred. So the only TVs I remember are plasmas who had dead pixel issues and burn-ins, and I think it's front projection that had burn-ins. So you mean to tell me that this is the competition that we're going to hit? Because again, I told you, with the technology we're engineering, a gray screen, forget it. You can't even come close to this stuff. Certified can't touch it. And the only thing we have left is a TV. And this is literally all we have to go against is this. Do you have an idea how bad this is? I feel sorry for people who have these things now. Every time my friend says, oh, that's an OLED, I'm like, man, that's pretty messed up. You actually own one of these things because these TVs have some really jacked up requirements that you have to go through in order to use your TV. When I was coming up, you could leave a TV on all day, all night, a couple of days, didn't make a difference. I mean, worst can happen is you burn out a tube or so. That's basically about it. But I've never heard of such rigorous, strict instructions on a TV that's meant to be left on. I could never own one of these things. You know why? I leave my projectors stay on. They stay on all day, all night. The computers stay on all day, all night. I'm used to leaving my stuff on. I don't even turn these things off. So I could never use it because, again, it tells you that you can't run this thing overnight. If you run it overnight, you run the risk of damaging the TV. Hey, get off those cords. Now. Watching my cords move around over there. So yeah, I leave my TVs on all the time. I leave my screens on all the time because I like to hear noise in the background all the time. So I could never ever use these things at all. It's just, it's crazy. So basically, AdTech is one of the screens, the TV technology we're developing, that allows you, it's plexiglass, and allows you to put your projector behind the back of the screen. And this screen can absorb sunlight, which means you can have this thing in the window. How in the world would an OLED compete with that? Which means projectors can run 24/7. It says the screens have the ability to be able to produce an amazing image. They don't require eco mode, so it means you won't be burning your lamps. I burn my projectors 24/7. I never turn these things off. I run them all in eco mode. So that means you can take your ultra short throw projector, stick it behind one of our screens, and sit there and run your screen all day, all night. Don't worry about images burning into the screen. No narrow viewing cone effects, which I think they said are affected with much larger OLED screens. But that whole burn-in, are you kidding me? I read through this whole thing. I do my research. I just came up with the forum sites on it, and they told me it's confirmed true. They do this. So this thing has a burn-in issue. That's pretty messed up. You can't leave these things on overnight. If you do, you damage your TV. I've never heard anything like that before. Another problem I found that was interesting too on top of that is the fact that the burn-in effect, our previous, let me see, people are asking, the question here is, blah, 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 blah. Is it bad? I never heard, is it bad to leave an OLED on overnight? I've never heard it. Mind you, I've been around for a while. I was born in 1968, so I've seen just about every kind of TV pop up. I've never heard of that ever on a TV. You can't leave these things on overnight. You go on vacation, you leave this thing on, it has to have a timing system to turn it off. And when you do turn it off, you have to wait 6 hours before you can turn that thing back on. What are you running, a nuclear power plant on that thing? That's insane. I had no idea they were like this. I'm thinking the OLED's like a regular TV. You can leave it on all night, so and so. It just has a super dark contrast. I never researched this thing because I'm not interested in TVs. It's bonkers. It's crazy. I'm going through the forum sites. I've been through Reddit. I've been through all of them, reading all this stuff on here. And this is not working. This is not a cheap TV. These things are expensive. And you can't do anything with these things. They're advising you that if you're streaming, if you're doing any kind of gaming, you can't pause. Your kids pause a game and walk away and forget about it. Your screen can be damaged. The screens, I can see why I was seeing in a forum site about calibrating these TVs, because they go dull. They lose their color. This is crazy. Wow, this is the era we're getting to, where basically you buy stuff that you can't use it because you technically can't use it. Even the OLED TVs come with severe downsides. Main alone. Let's see, burn-in effect. The burn-in effect that's brutal. You know how old that is? Burn-in is very old. They should never have it on these screens at all. Sunlight. Is sunlight bad for an OLED? For outdoor fixed polarizing, avoid long-term direct sunlight. Yeah, you can't have them direct sunlight because that'll damage any TV at the end of the day. It'll definitely do some damage. What I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at the OLED. I'm looking at all the weak points. These are weak points that we can use to be overpower TV. TVs at one point were more powerful because you could leave them on all night. You didn't have to be in like controlled environments and none of that. They could run non-stop. These things can't even do it. It causes burnout. You gotta be kidding me. This could not be real. It's not like I said, it's not a cheap TV. What is it like? Canola's last for 5 years. I don't know what condition is it going to be. And this is the part that got me when he said, can you leave it on all night? You can't leave those TVs on all night. How long should I have to wait before completely turning off the TV? Are you freaking kidding me? That literally is a question. Oh my goodness, that is so bad. That is really bad. Okay, put it this way. The TVs are trash. I'm sorry, but that's trash. I'm sorry. I gotta sit there and I gotta worry about a TV that's supposed to be designed to be work like a TV. That's trash at the end of the day. Consider the fact that it's weird how this is all panning out. Ultra short throw projectors are trying to replace the OLEDs. Yeah, they got compared to the projectors we have now today. Yeah, they can pretty much easily replace a TV because what the TVs have now, right now, with all these little things you got to go through to make sure your TV actually can live a little longer, like not leaving it on overnight. Can you imagine if you forget to turn that thing off overnight, you just forget, you damage your TV? Can you imagine that? That's kind of messed up. So bottom line is you can't really game on them. If these things have a problem where basically if they burn images into the screen, you can't technically game on them at all, period. You can't pause a game on this thing because it would have problems. It would burn into the screen. That would be an issue. And you have projectors now that are designed to be like TVs, but the problem with projectors, they don't have proper screens to produce them because every single ultra short demonstration, except for ours, we've seen in dark environments. I'm not going to spend $3,500 for a machine at the end of the day. Tri-laser 4K projector. Some of these have 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 lumens. They sit less than a foot from a screen, and they can't read in fully lit environments. They wash out because the screens can't pick them up. And you see what I'm getting at here? This is going to be a cakewalk for our technology. It's an easy takeover. It's easy, very easy takeover. OLEDs are plagued with all kinds of problems and flaws. They cost a lot of money. Consider the fact that the kids throw something around and they crack the screen, you're out right there from the door. It costs more money probably to replace that thing at the end of the day than it is basically go buy a brand new one. And then the projectors you have today, they keep making more and more advanced machines, but the problem is those machines don't work unless they have a proper screen. And the screens cost a ton of money. That's where we pop up. A 4K projector, I don't care, it's not going to work on a gray screen. You have to be able to read a 100% black level. If you're going to compare yourself to a TV, you have to read a 100% black level. I can't understand. I've been in forum sites today and having this conversation, even with people on ultra short throws. How are you trying to pass off a gray or white screen at a screen that's reading a 100% black level? Turn your lights on. Those projectors are designed to be used in fully lit environments. They're not supposed to operate like the everyday projectors we have here. They're supposed to operate like a TV. So if you're trying to replace a TV, you have to operate in the same environment as a TV. You can't even operate in the same environment as my monitor over here. My monitor can pull a star field. It can sit in a fully lit environment, stick that next to a gray and white screen on a $3,000, $4,000 projector, see what happens. You can't pick it up. Comes down to your screen. So the only way you're going to be able to replace a TV for these projectors, you're going to have a screen that can read an Infinity 1 contrast. Unfortunately, for the carbon black, requires 8,000 lumens to hit. It costs a lot of money for that screen. Or on the other hand, don't require that kind of money at the end of the day, and we can pick up at 27, 1,000, 50 lumens. And just different ones in 50 lumens and 1,000 and so forth. It's going to be a cakewalk for us. And just a nice little bit of research on these TVs, found out all their flaws and all their hiccups. Let me explain something to you. I gotta put this out there. For the bonehead who sat there and sent me some stupid message about a year ago telling me, oh, I got myself a PS5 and an OLED TV. You got junk. That's what you got. You got a console system at the end of the day, which actually came with a much bigger hard drive on it, and also is plagued to burn out because they are designed to overheat and burn out. They literally have an instruction. I read through the entire instruction on the PS5 website, and I read through how you have to properly manage these machines or basically run the risk of burning out. You can't run these things for long periods of time. That's what games are designed for. You can't do that. You can't play games that have high intense graphics on it because it causes the system to overheat. What's the point of having a game system if you really can't run big title games off of it? It has a dust issue. It absorbs a ton of dust that pushes through that system. And again, you have to really void your warranty to get into to clean that power supply, or you run the risk of your system overheating and burning out. Well, that's one off right there. And then the TV he bragged about, well, what I just read in here and been in the forum sites with a 100% confirmed, oh, heck no. There is no way in the world I would spend that kind of money for an OLED. You have to wait to turn these things off. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's trash. This is trash. Look, let me tell you something. I spend money for something. I want to be able to do what I want to do with it. There's no way in the world I would get some guidelines. That's like buying a sports car. You buy a Lamborghini, they go, oh, here's the thing. Your car can travel at 200 miles an hour, 230 miles an hour. But here's the kicker. Your engine won't allow that to happen. So if you go past 80 miles an hour, your engine blows out. You just spent $500,000 on a car. You can't open that thing up because at the end of the day, if you go past a certain mileage, your engine blows out. Tell me, does that sound fair to you? But you bought the car because the car is super speed at the end of the day. You want to open it up at the track, but apparently you can't because if you go up to 80 miles an hour, your engine blows out. Does that sound fair to you? Why do you people take this kind of abuse? I swear, it's like I don't even know why you would even buy a TV like that. I don't want OLED embedded in anything that I had. If it's in VR glasses, I'm not touching them. I had no idea they were plagued like that. There's no way in the world I would go near these things. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. How many hours do you have to wait before you turn on your OLED? OLED TVs have an automatic pixel refresh function that runs every 4 hours. Oh my goodness. Where's the TV to be connected? The power. It may take up to 7 to 10 minutes to complete. That's the power down. And then to turn this thing back on, you have to wait. When you got a freaking hourglass sitting on top of your TV, no, you don't want to touch these things. And they keep talking about this burning. Every place was burning this, burning that, burning this. Gee whiz Louise. There's nowhere in the world. Even the new one was burning it. It doesn't make a difference. The older ones are plagued to burning even faster, but the new one's still burning. Can you leave your OLED on overnight? Can you leave your... Give me what I asked for. Don't ask what I want. Simple and plain. No questions. Can you leave your OLED TV on overnight? Google that and see what pops up. I actually literally went in and fact check this. I went to a forum site, and these forum sites is all they talk about is TVs. You can't leave these things on overnight. You would damage your TV. Damage your TV. No, you can't. Do you know how dumb that sounds? Can you leave your OLED TV on overnight? No, it's not recommended. Can't do that. You'll damage your TV if you leave it overnight. So if you make a mistake and you forget to turn one of these off, you run the possibility of messing up your TV. Do you have any idea how bad that sounds? That's like buying a video game that was halfway done. Oh, don't worry, we'll patch it later. Yeah, I'll spend $60 for it. Yeah, I know, they'll get to that point where it doesn't work. We'll send them a patch later on. That you really? Do you spend money for something like this? I recommend to turn off. It's recommended to turn off the OLED TV overnight to prevent image retention and burn-in. This sucker can burn in. Are you kidding me? If you leave it on overnight, I swear, I'm gonna go visit some people who own these TVs. I'm gonna go over and just laugh at them. You spent how much for this thing? Oh, can you leave this on overnight? Oh, you can't? That's why we never see them in bars. That's why you don't see OLEDs in bars. You can't run them in bars. You can't run them in certain places because, again, these TVs stay on all the time. That is pretty messed up. Let me explain something. I know I might be the last to know about this, but like I said, I don't research TVs. I don't. I'm into projectors. That's what I do. But I'm thinking that the OLEDs run like any other TV. I mean, we're going to have some problems here, but nothing when you can't turn a TV off. So what happens if you forget? Gotta run home real quick and let the TV on. And I wrecked it. Yeah, these things I can leave on. No problem. Projector, leave on with no problem. When I was over in the house, my projector stayed on 24/7. They ran on eco mode. I ran 5 or 6 of them babies in the crib. Never had to turn them off. Go to the store, come back, leave them on, go to sleep, get back, and they still running. I went on vacation. I literally left a projector on vacation downstairs in the basement. I left a ViewSonic on. 7 days. Came back. To eco mode. No problem. Turn it off. That's it. You imagine if I was an OLED and I left it on for 7 days. No one had better ever come to me and brag about an OLED ever again, as long as they freaking live. I had people come to me telling me, oh, but your product is not better than the OLED. Apparently, it's far better than the OLED TV. Beyond the OLED TV. The only difference in the OLED TVs is the simple fact that they can put a contrast level. But apparently, these things actually lose color after a while. The colors dull out. Color dulling out on an OLED TV. They suffer from color washout. Colors wash out, blacks look gray. They can't even maintain the Infinity 1 level. Well, that's interesting. That's good. You know why it's good for us? Because we plan to replace that TV. And that TV's already mounted with flaws already. I can set one of my screens up and I can have a kid throw something at it and nothing will happen to it. Throw it at an OLED and crack that thing right down the middle. On top of that, they wash out. OLED screens wash out. I gotta research all this. I think by the time I'm done at the end of the week, I should have a nice big thick folder. I'm basically researching this machine at the end of the day, exactly what are the biggest flaws of it. So that's the thing about when you basically are going against a competition against a product. That's what a good strategist does. He studies the enemy. He basically knows everything about them. And he knows how to basically build technology around it. That's why we basically did all those demonstrations on certified screens. It wasn't just to prove at the end of the day that our products were better. It was to study their technology, to figure out where all their flaws are at, so we can overpower their screens. That's it. If you don't do the research, well, you don't know what you're up against, do you? And the next stage is the TV. And that thing at the end of the day, if that's the top TV, that's going to be an easy takedown. AdTech, which is an invisible screen, has a screen coming up, a TV screen, that you can put your Ultra Short-Throw behind it. And you can run your Ultra Short-Throw in eco mode in a fully lit environment. Even there's sunlight coming through the window. You won't gonna have a problem with that. You'll pick up the Infinity 1 contrast levels. For those you don't have an expensive projector, you don't even need an expensive projector. You don't have to buy a projector with a high contrast level to pick it up, because the screen automatically contrasts itself. You can leave your projector on for days on eco mode because you never have to worry about burning out the light, because the screens generate that much gain at the end of the day. There's no pixel problem issues of burning out here and there, and you don't have to really worry about basically images burning into your screen and all that nonsense. You don't have to go through any of that. Interesting. I didn't know that Infinity 1 flashed out on that thing. Like it can go dull. It's pretty sad. Color washout. Oh God, are you kidding me? A TV with a color washout? I'm not used to hearing this, people. I'm used to basically, I came from the Sony Vegas, which are the square TVs, or Vegas, what they call them. I came from the Magnavoxes, RCAs, all of them. Xena, remember Xenas back in the day? Yeah. They never had an issue. Even them old floor models with the tubes in the back, they've never had a problem with your screen washing out. And you can leave them on all night. Color washout. That's why so many porn sites I'm calibrating those machines. I'm trying to figure out why am I seeing software calibrate an OLED? And I'm thinking, why? Why would you calibrate the TV? What do you need to calibrate a TV for? You shouldn't be calibrating projectors at all. The projectors supposed to come with millions of colors. Why are you calibrating those things? The only problem with the projector would be the screen. With the TV, jeez, you gotta be kidding me. So let me get this straight. Colors wash out. Blacks or gray. How to fix? Oh, they got a name for it too. Blanding. I thought it was worse when they compressed and they put in the little cases. You know, you got the motherboard back there, right? So you ever come home, turn the TV on, you hear sound, but you know picture, yeah, they can burn out. I've seen that happen before. But I didn't know all this is involved with it. To edit software for the thing. Gee whiz. I don't know which I think the scariest one is forgetting to turn your TV off a night. Though you can put a timer on it and turn it off. That still does not make it any more pleasant. It's still sad at the end of the day. Can't leave it on. After turning off your OLED, you have to wait 6 hours to turn it back on. I'm done. That's it. I heard people say this. This is why I'm digging it up. Yes, recommended turning off an OLED TV and waiting at least 6 hours before turning it back on. You mean to tell me that people own these things, that when you turn off this TV, you can't turn it on right away? You have to wait 6 hours? What's the game zone? You have to watch a show. What do? You watching your cell phone? I mean, just straight. You spent $5,000 for a TV? It's anything to worse than that. You can't turn that thing back on when you turn it off. You gotta wait 6 hours? It's right there. I'm already putting this on my website. I'm putting all this information on my website when we go against the OLED. Yes, Sony's recommend turning off an OLED TV and waiting at least 6 hours before turning it back on. This helps prep the image retention, also known as burn-in. So this thing can literally burn in if you turn it on too quick. I'm explaining something to you. People bought this TV right here. How about you do this? Give OLED your money. Let them take you out back and kick you in your private areas. I can't believe you bought a TV that does this. What's the game on? What's you going to do? You gonna miss the game, or you gonna watch on your cell phone? Let's watch on your cell phone. We got a $5,000 TV sitting in the corner. We can't even watch because we can't turn it on for 6 hours. Oh, I'm gonna have a field day with this when I hit the forum sites tomorrow. I'm gonna have a field day in there with this. Happy birthday, Ken. Well, I'm telling you, this is the best thing ever happened to me. I had no idea these TVs were like this. And I got so many people talking, oh, like this, and oh, like that, the most superior TV, and blah, da, 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 da. No, the freak it's not. No, it's not. Wow. Gee whiz. You guys are screwed. If we decide to basically engineer our technology for strictly for company, you're screwed on so many levels that's not even fun. It's bad. It's really bad on how screwed you are. Let me explain something to you. you can understand the concept of all of this. Our technology is now the only black technology that basically can back itself 100%. And it has stair steps to it, which means it has the ability to absorb sunlight, it has the ability to pick up. We got these aluminum screens coming out. If we decide to take this technology and just partner with the company to engineer it only for them, you guys are doomed. Because judging by what the TVs are, how they're being designed, these things are designed to keep you buying them. They're designed to screw up. You mess around, leave one of those things on, you turn them on too quick, you wreck your TV. They may cost a lot of money, they're not cheap. If you go and buy yourself an ultra short throw projector, what are you going to hit it with? You go hit it with a white screen? They don't work on white screens. You hit it with a gray screen? They don't work on gray screens. You want to spend $5,000 for a certified screen that you still can't pick up an infinity to 1 contrast level on a projector that's designed to pick up a 2 million, 3 million, 4 million to 1 contrast? That's a waste of money. Or you can go and get the concept, that screen right there, but you need an 8,000 lumen projector to fire that thing up at the end of the day. So guess what? Good luck on that one, because that's a $7,000 projector or more. Then you have our technology, which is tested, which again will allow you to take a $10 projector and fire up an image, and this projector can stay on as long as you want it. Heck, you can take it outside. Go take that OLED outside. I think it won't even last. Do you have any idea what an outdoor TV costs? It's $30,000 for a 20-inch. Go look it up. I do research all the time. So we decide to say, you know what? I'm just going to pour our technology. We're just going to basically go to a private company and just develop just for them only. It's only exclusive for them. Do you have any idea how long it takes to develop black technology? It takes years. I mean, someone is going to have to come in and start off where we started off, but they're going to have to be to hit our ceiling, or they're not going to hit no glass ceiling. They're going to beat our match our betters to even prove that they're even close to us. You've seen somebody already try to do it, and they failed miserably. They can't even sell the product because it doesn't work. So you're going to be stuck with paints that can't back up their products, lie on their specification sheets, cheat in their demonstrations, and you're going to get ripped off the entire time. You're screwed. I have no idea. The OLEDs were that bad. That's horrible. And people are accepting that? Man, they'll eat onions all day long. They eat a bag full of onions all day long. So my customers don't go through that crap. I was wondering why the guy was saying he wouldn't touch with those things with a 10-foot pole. He said they got too many complications with them. I didn't really think about it because, again, like I said, I'm not into TVs. I don't really look at that stuff. But I really dug around in this thing. I had no idea they were like that. Tell you one thing about a black screen, you got to find somebody who has the ability to give you a batch number guarantee, because anything can go wrong with black technology. That stuff literally has to be tested. As you can see with the other fellow, perfect example why we've been explaining to you why that stuff has to be tested, because anything can go wrong with them. They have to be tested constantly. Got to have years of experience when you work with black technology. Good luck. If we decide basically to another company comes in, they offer us a ton of money, and we decide to exclusive design for them, these screens are no longer available for you anymore. That's it. You're cut off. They'll give us millions of dollars for that technology to engineer for their company only. That means you're stuck. Where are you going to go? Certified screens? That's again, expensive screen. Still can't reach an infinity 1 contrast level. I don't care how much money you spend on your projector. You still can't reach it. Those TVs at the end of the day? Oh, heck no. You got to remember to turn that thing off. And then you got to turn away. When you turn it off, you got to wait 6 hours. How does that even work? What do you do? I mean, that's why when I watch a lot of demonstrating people out, those TVs are always off. They're never really actually on. Gee whiz, let me see. Turn that thing off. You should have enough time overnight for rest. You gotta rest. The TV has to rest. Gee whiz. Yeah, good luck with all that. That's supposed to be all competition? Really? Mm-mm. Man, if you want to wreck somebody's TV, all you had to do is turn it on and turn it back on, and then you damage your screen. That's how you would do it. You would wreck their screen like that. Man, somebody say, "Oh no, what are you doing?" No, gotta wait 5 to 6 hours before you turn this on. You could damage the screen. Don't pause games on here. No, no, pause anything. No, don't pause anything. No, no. You're gonna damage the screen. Man, they literally built you a bridge out of China. That's what they did. I'm talking about China. I'm talking about actually like China dishes. China. And a glass. They built you a glass bridge. That's what you literally have here. You got to tippy toe across this thing. And you make the wrong move, you could basically collapse the whole bridge. I read through everything on here. You've got to. Is it a bad idea to turn? You really got a topic here talking about, is it a bad idea to turn an OLED on and off? Oh man, I've actually been talking about this one just a few minutes ago. In order to image this one, you need to turn extra. Oh no! Yes, you can. You can literally wreck someone's TV, and if you turn it on, turn it off and on real fast, you can actually damage it. Yeah, you go ahead. Take your time, do your research, look up all this stuff on these things, and you'll find out some interesting stuff about these TVs. I gotta test one of these things. I gotta wreck one now to see exactly how much damage one of these things will actually take now. I gotta buy a cheap one. I'm gonna wreck it. I want to see what happened. Leave one on overnight. I wonder if someone did it already on YouTube. Somebody had to do this already. I gotta find out. Let's see. In order to hold, let's see. Is it a bad idea to turn? That's actually a topic. Is it a bad idea to turn an OLED TV on and off? What happens if your kids go behind and pull the plug or something happens? Shit, and they plug it back in. Or if the kids turn it off and turn it back on. Wait, you have remote controls to these things. What the break? Are you kidding me? Oh, I got a form set I'm digging up right now. In order to hold an image on a screen, the pixels of an OLED display needs to work extra hard. Subjecting the same amount of electricity for hours at a time can lead to them burning out. This will cause those individual pixels to be much weaker, so they won't be quite clear as normal. Oh, you got it! I can wreck your TV. All I have to do is and I can wreck your TV that quick. That's it. That's all I have to do. Turn it on and off that fast. I can wreck your stuff, wreck your TV that fast. Look it up. I'm putting this on my website. You literally can wreck a TV. Is it bad to turn the OLED TV on and off? So basically explaining it, what it does. That's why I like when people explain what it does and why it does. I do like that, respect that. People put stuff on their site, they don't explain jack at all. In order to hold an image on a TV, the pixels of an OLED display need to work extra hard, subjecting them to the same amount of electricity for hours at a time can lead to them burning out. This will cause those individual pixels to be much weaker, so they won't be quite as clear as they normally are. They're working on something extra over there. So if I turn this thing on and off, I run the risk of basically damaging the TV. What did you guys buy? Anybody own one of these things? What did you buy? Literally, what did you buy? That's like trying to walk a bull through a china shop without hitting anything. All right, Sparky, I'm going to have you run through the china shop. Try not to break anything. You're going to break everything in the shop. Your kids come over, go, doo-doo-doo. Your TV's gone. Heck, if I come over to your tree and go, doo-doo-doo, I can damage your TV. Just grab your remote control. You go, turn it on, turn it back on. Turn it on, turn it on. I do that 8 or 9 times. I'll wreck your TV. That's all it takes to damage one of these things? To turn it on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off? Yeah, that's it. I just literally just made this comment. What happens if you turn it off right away? Can't do that. You'll damage your TV. Why are the OLED TVs so fragile? Can't even tell why they're fragile. Well, no, this isn't good, people. It isn't good at all. That's why I see why people buy screen paints. Paint an entire wall, set up their projector, put it in eco mode, watch big old screens, don't have to worry about getting it damaged or turning it off and having to wait, because projectors don't go through that nonsense. Projectors, basically, when they click, they have a flashing light that lets you know when the projector's shutting off, and once it shuts off, it comes back on. And if I basically make the mistake and I trip over a cord, which I've done many times, and turned off a projector prematurely, it doesn't damage it. It just takes time for it to heat up, and it'll basically start blinking and it comes right back on. Apparently, you can't do this with one of these TVs because you'll damage it. So what happens is someone turns it on and turns it off, and turns it on and turns it off. You can literally damage your friend's TV like that, but you can't do that. Can you pause any gaming on an OLED TV? Well, they're vacuuming out there. That's the whatchamacallit, what do you call it? The cleaning crew. Now, you can pause games on the OLED, but you just got to avoid leaving them on for long periods of time. I'd wreck one of these things. I got a bad habit of pausing stuff and walking away. Kids do it all the time. Kids will pause a game, somebody will call them, they'll run to it, they'll literally forget that they're gaming. They can go outside and play. Your TV will get damaged. That's insane. That's crazy. This is plasma. This is a plasma TV used to do this. Avoid leaving the TV paused for more than 2 hours at a time. Oh man, that's not good. People do it all the time. People get caught up in something, they pause the TV, somebody calls, they get into a long conversation with them, then the next thing they're taking care of this, and then they realize, oh shoot, I got TV's been on pause. That's not good. I know they did this. I heard they did pixels, and I heard that they did pixels. And pixels can nearly die out. That I heard of. This is really bad. It's too much, man. You be on pin for much money this TV costs. You have to get it insured. You have no choice. You have to pay for the warranty and all that on it. It's pins and needles all day long on this thing. Well, good thing for us. This is fantastic news for me at the end of the day, because again, we can easily replace these at the end of the day. Easy replace these with no problem whatsoever. I know exactly how we're going to use these TVs for advertising. It's fantastic. If we have them in a showroom and we're putting next to a projection set up, we turn that thing off. We can't turn it back on for like 5 out of 6 hours. That's a fantastic demonstration for us. So the projector can come on and off at will. And that thing can't. Which means, which sounds more reasonable? Go out and spend $5,000 for a TV that you literally can't turn back on. You gotta wait 6 hours before you can turn that thing back on because you'll damage it. Or our technology, next door projectors that can cost you a ton of money that you can turn on and off at will. I can pause the screen right here on my projector and it'll never burn into my screen. You pause it on the OLED for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4, 5, you burn into your screen. I need a projector on all night long. You can't leave that TV on all night long, you'll damage it. And it says it right here. If left paused for too long, the TV would quickly be damaged. Make sure you turn your TV off whenever it's not used. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got stuff paused on here right now. That's paused. That's been paused for about 6 hours. No problem with my screen at all whatsoever. And so somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, oh, that's better than your technology. Hey, do me a favor. Turn that TV on and turn it back on about 4 times. On and off, on and off, on and off, on. See what happens to it. Leave it on all night and see what happens to it. Better yet, pause something and let it stay there for 6 to 7 hours to see what happens to it. Well, I can't. Why can't you do that? It'll damage the TV. Oh, really? That's interesting. On top of that, consider the fact, after a period of time, your colors dull on the screen. They go dull. I wonder if they're using some kind of light pixel system. That could be the reason why. So wait a minute. Does it like work like a light bulb? Because light bulbs, after a while, when you have them on, projectors do that. Projectors, if they're about to die, they go dim. Oh, gee whiz. That's how they designed it. That's pretty jacked up. Because with a projector, when it goes dim, all you got to do is just pull out the lamp and replace it. And bingo, you can do that maintenance yourself. That's easy. You're not doing that maintenance on that. You got to send that back to them to fix it, and that's going to cost you money. Maintenance on the projector is actually much easier than the TV. Your TV starts to dim and start to die. You can't fix that unless you work for a TV repair or you know how to do it at the end of the day. Then yeah, you can do that. But if you can't, guess where it's going? It's going to go to somebody who's going to charge you a lot of money to fix it. For projectors, if we had that issue, we just go over to it, turn it off, wait for it to cool down, pop open the top, unscrew it, pull out the entire housing, get the new lamp, pop it back in, turn it on, and reset the timer, and boom, we're back in. Optima. Been over there, buddy. Replace the lamp on an Optimum P2. Let me see. Housing and lamp for an Optima is about $39 to replace that. And they vary in certain different prices. 49, 50. It's not expensive to replace those lamps. Now, you try replacing the lighting system, or lamp system that you have that goes to your TV, which will be your entire screen, and see how much money that costs compared to repairing one of these machines and repairing your TV. That's crazy. I never even knew that. Like I said, I don't research TV. I never do. You know, it's not a big thing for me because it's something I would never buy. Because again, I don't deal with TVs. I only deal with projectors only. So I never think about repairing projectors and all that stuff. But TVs, I had no idea they were like that. I had no idea. That's kind of shocking that you can't turn that TV off. You turn it, well, you have to turn it off. You can't leave it on overnight. You'll damage the TV. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Never heard of that ever. Never. Not even with the plasma. The plasma TVs, you can leave those on. The only problem was that back you couldn't pause anything because you would get dead pixels and yeah, stuff would burn into the screen. But they had these screensavers that would pop up on the TV and keep and move the pixels around, so that way you don't have to worry about having dead pixels or anything burned into the screen. And the screensavers on them, but no, not ever we can turn. We can't turn the TV off. And then you gotta wait 5 to 6 hours to turn it back on. Gee, if you really want to do somebody dirty and they want to watch the game, you just turn it off right before the game starts. They gotta wait 6 hours to turn that TV on. Gee, where's the way? That is insane. Is this how we're designing stuff now? We're just making stuff with all kinds of jacked up protocols in it. Can't play game system. That's both systems. I'm not saying just to play a system. Xbox has the same problem too. You literally can't play. What's the point of having a game system if you can't play high intense games on it? That's the reason why you bought it, so you can play the real high intense games. You can really push the system at the end of the day. That's crazy. There's just no way in the world. I'm being subjected to that. When are people who settle for that? This would have burned definitely into that TV. Because I leave this on all the time. I never take this off. This is constantly on all the time. This would have definitely burned in there. They're not good for gaming, I'll tell you that much. And I'd be terrified to have one of my VR glasses. You have no idea how I'd be ticked off if I spent that kind of money for some VR glasses and I pause the game in VR. Because I do it all the time. And walk off and do other stuff. And go, oh shoot, I got a game in there playing somewhere. I got games paused right now on my PC right now. And I come back in, I go, oh crap. Now jacked up it is, you're in VR. You're seeing this image staring you dead in the face. I gotta research all this stuff now. How bad, how many people have had problems with these and all at the end of the day. Oh, I'm not gonna pick myself up another game today. I'm looking for something. I like the retro games that I'm into. I need a whatchamacallit game. I need I'm gonna go on the big screen because they do the better, they do the video that come up a little better. What are controllers connected to? Oh, it's saying Pac-Man on this one. I need to go out and get myself two controllers so I can basically play on both systems. Here we go. So going on here. I'm gonna check out the store too. See what the store got in here. Hope Wednesday my Surface gets here so we can start putting in the screen. So it's gonna be bigger, much bigger screen than I was intending to build with the cardboard panel system, and then we'll start working on the aluminum screen at the end of the month. That'll be coming in because I have to wait for that one, and we're gonna set it up right over there. We can check it out. I'm gonna go check out some stuff the other day. I'm not busting anybody on these TVs, but somebody had to do research before buying these things. Like, really, I would not go near these things at all. I think people get up in the hype and the image. That's what I did when I first saw it over there. I was like, oh, shoot, it's beautiful. Because they are beautiful TVs. They're gorgeous. But you got to go through all that just to have one of those? That's insane. It's like watching someone's pet, and he said, well, I got some instructions for the pet. And you're thinking, okay, basic instructions. And they pull out a scroll on you. They're like, oh, yeah, he has to be this. And they're saying, remember, not two, but just one. Yeah, it feels like that, man. It's tedious. That's just crazy. And you come home tired and you fall asleep, and then you wake up and like, oh, shoot, I left the TV on. Most people back then ran about leaving the TV on because of the electric bill. That's it, because you left your TV on, electric bill, that's basically about it. But not basically your TV being broken or being damaged or, oh man, it's crazy. Let me see. Pop to the store. I need category. I'm doing controller friendly. Oh, you look creepy. Definitely not going near you. Where's the category games? Ooh, we got some sales going on over here. What do we got going over here? Well, that's free to play. They got a lot of games in here free to play. I got to get into them. They're online games. They got people in here that play. They invite me like, yeah, it's free to play. Come in and play. And I never get around to it because I'm always busy working on something. And I'm gonna get some time to come here and enjoy this. I might check out this Monster Hunter. Glare coming off the freaking overheads for the screen. Yeah, this is what monitors and all that stuff go through. I have to go through this with a projection screen. Turn the lights out. I'm looking at that right there. We had no sound with this. Where's my sound at for this? See what I sound on for this. I was getting this thing called Squad. This is actually. Is this free to play? We do have volume up.
Welcome to Squad. Squad is a tactical first-person shooter featuring realistic combatants fighting in large-scale 100-player battles that take place all over the world. Take the fight to the enemy on land, by air, or at sea. Squad bridges the gap between arcade shooters and military simulations by combining the depth of challenge and strategy you get from military simulations, while striving to be as accessible as an arcade shooter.
Well, that's one man gone.
Squad builds is
Imagine walking and when your buddies go down, like, what the freak?
instead of the individual. Players who stick together and fight as a squad are given the advantage, be it in survivability or firepower. While players who fight in isolation and don't work together are penalised. Within
You
each squad,
gotta work with people.
each player fills a specific limited role, as it is common both
That's pretty
in
cool,
modern-day militaries and in many competitive video games. Whether you are your squad's leader, its automatic rifleman, or its medic, your squad mates will depend on the unique benefits your role brings to the squad. The squad comes equipped with a high-quality in-game voice chat system for talking to your squad mates, nearby players, and even to other squad leaders in order to make working together as easy as possible. At the highest level, the game is designed with authentic military combat in mind, to make you feel like a soldier taking part in a large conflict with real players. Complete chaotic firefights and vehicle transportation carrying squads around the battlefield.
This is why I game on PC. This
Players
is why.
shape the front line by constructing forward operating bases used to
You can literally build your own bases. Tell me that's not sick.
up to place rally points as spawn points for their own squad.
And we can fortify our own bases.
Each round is a completely different experience, and how well each squad works together and strategizes will tip the balance of the match.
That is freaking sick. To fortify and then you can design your own base. That's pretty sick. I like that. Let's see. It's $20. That's it. See, I told you games are super cheap. This game is $20. This is gonna be multiplayer.
Fighting in large scale.
Chances are they do multiplayer on here. It's gonna be something like maybe 50 versus 50. 25 versus 25. The numbers are big when they do online. Okay, what's this right here? Oh, I've seen this right here. This is pretty cool. I don't know about this yet. Let's checking this out. Dark Souls. I can't do it. I get my butt kicked every single day on that game. I don't know how people have finished that thing. Flight simulator. Oh, I gotta get a flight simulator. I'm going to have to build one of those. I have not designed a flight simulator yet. This is what I'm getting next. This one I definitely want right here. This game right here is sick. It's got the Punisher on it. That's the one game I was trying to get my hands on, is that Punisher. And they finally put it on. I got this game on the other system right here. I don't need that one. Where did I go? Did I go past the, oh, here it is. Show me more. EA Sports. It's in the game. Final Fantasy Online. Let's see. Destiny 2. Dun, dun, dun. Overwatch. I ain't getting Overwatch yet. Tekken 8. Street Fighter 6. Might get that one. Later on, they were still going $59 for that game. Oh, they do have that Dead Rising. That zombie game was been pretty good on there too. I might check that out. I'm gonna get my VR system set up. I'm not doing VR in here. I'm changing up my VRs for the home set. I had the G2s are going to be changed up for the Index. I need those. Oh man, Ace Combat. Look at that. Man, I know a mean flight stick with that. Sheesh. Metal Gear. No poker. No poker. I got this game already. I like this game. Sonic. Gotta give me a good Sonic game. Capcom Suspense. Let's go crazy. I done the Dreamcast. They had all the games on here. Have that one soon. And I say these games are cheap. They're not. You're not gonna spend a lot of money. They have fantastic sales on here. You can spend like $2-3 for a game, but mind you spend $2 or $3 for a game, you get like 20, maybe 21, 23 points, 23,000 points. You go buy stuff with them. You get achievements, get points, you go buy stuff. I bought games with points. As a matter of fact, I got something like 23,000 something on my account, and you go buy some games with that. Franken, I played Franken. Franken's actually really good, man. I might check this one out. This looks really, really, really good. I need a really good like fantasy action game. I need one like really badly. Something I can really get into. This looks pretty good. Survival, open world, multiplayer. I'm gonna do multiplayer. I'm gonna do single player. Hey, different animals, racing games. Ooh, wrestling. Hooah. Fallout 4. And bring this one out. This is when we can explore the ocean. I want to get that one too. You can actually find sea monsters. That was going to come pretty soon. Wolfenstein, been there, done that, beat the crap out of those games. Also kill. Some of the old chat. Yeah, been there, done that. Tear down, got that one already. Wreck a whole city. Tear stuff down. Nope, not doing that. Oh, weird. Takes two. Gundam. You'll be on here for a few days. A lot of you know just how big the library is. You will literally be on there for a few days. And they got this whole section where they have Dreamcast games. They got freaking. It's like giant retro products. It feels like being on these things. If you check out the Steam, if you haven't checked it out, you don't need a PC. You go on your phone. You can actually go in there and check it out as a guest. Or check it out in there. It's freaking amazing. Far Cry 5. I love Far Cry 5. It's freaking amazing. Yes. 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 Far Cry 4. Also two absolutely amazing. Far Cry 3 was a pain in the freaking... I hated Far Cry 3. It was good. I liked it. But when you got to that cave scene, you couldn't make any sound and you would alert the guards. Oh, it was a headache getting through that thing. Yeah, I hate stealth. I really do hate stealth. The only time I can play stealth to a certain degree, but some people go too far with stealth. Like, you make any kind of sound and bam, you just alert everybody. I can't stand those kind of stealth games. I really hate them. Hitman, I never used stealth in Hitman. I had to sometimes, but most of the time. You ever seen the freaking people talk about, it said stealth is optional? I'm one of those people. Yeah, come out with guns, cannons, tanks, and just level everything. That I prefer to go out that way. We can go through the back door. We can go through I'm going through the front door. I gotta find a game like this. This is what I need. I need like a game like this. I haven't played a game like this in a while. Jurassic Park. Oh, this is free to play. I got this already. I'm playing this thing right here. This game is sick. I love mech games. Oh, heck yeah. This game is going to be nice.
The passing of something old brings the beginning of something new. And nothing attracts fortune hunters more than the ruins of an empire, full of treasures waiting to be found. So the scavengers, led by Scar AB, came to the destroyed Lloyd's hideout, which seemed impenetrable not so long ago. They found long-forgotten water quarry technologies there, among other things. Even before the crossout, the corporation
I hope I can use my stick with that.
to create the ultimate
I got the
battle
flight pedals
machines
with it, because I can use it for
capable of
tank
destroying
mode.
entire armies.
I
Such
stands
finds
and
always
controls
lead to
with my
complications.
next games. I hate it.
Eris, the artificial intelligence that took on the role of the Ravagers' leader, proposed a deal to Scar AB, full access to the water quarry technology in exchange for an Oracle module hidden deep in the Syndicate territory. The Dragons, of course, won't give it up easily. Well, survivors, it seems like we'll never be rid of the water quarry legacy, and who knows what else they've stashed somewhere in their warehouses. This time we get a great bounty though. A battle pass with 75 levels, legendary grenade launcher, rocket launcher, and cabin, a new type of movement parts, a bunch of structural parts, and a new game mode. All of this is coming in the new season. Next step. Small steps lead to big things, and big things can make giant leaps. But let's walk through things in order and start with the new movement part type, the robotic legs. At first glance, they may seem the same as the spidery mechanical legs, but you actually need only 2 of them to make your armored vehicle move and bring chaos and destruction everywhere it goes. There are 3 new leg models. The first are the special flamingo legs that can make your battle walker run at the speed of 80 kilometers per hour. The speed unreachable by Gerida is available to the junior grade of the robotic legs. Next up are the epic Tengu legs. Their speed is even higher and can reach 90 kilometers per hour, but they also can dash in any direction, which is a great way to quickly get closer to an enemy or avoid a fatal blow. It's up to you to use this ability in the best way possible. Finally, the heavy hitter, or should I say, the heavy kicker. Sorry. The RLM Dino legs are heavy, epic, and can run at 70 kilometers per hour. The main feature of this marvel of engineering is the ability to fly for a short period of time and attack your foes from above. Raining bullets and stomping down? Terrifying. Since we're talking about attacking foes, let's have a look at the new weapon.
Look at the shield you got on the ram.
Pass level 36 is the new rocket launcher,
oh my goodness,
that fires a burst of 24 rockets. And as each of those rockets, up to 8 of them, hits the target, the reload speed and the damage of the next volley increases.
That's why I love
so
my
bring your enemies together and throw an explosive party for them all. Level 53 of the Battle Pass also has a deadly surprise, the Slaughterer grenade launcher. At first glance, it looks like an average grenade launcher with a projectile that splits into 6 explosive fragments. But it's not that simple. If you hold down the fire button, the projectile will become more accurate, fly farther, and be able to penetrate enemy parts. Every 2 parts that the projectiles hit increase the damage of the next shot. Use it wisely. Legs need a body to carry, and the new legendary medium cabin, BWC Warrior, is a perfect fit for your battle walker. It has 2 modes of operation. The first mode has increased speed and power, which help accumulate a damage bonus. The second mode has increased damage, which helps accumulate speed and power. Finally, there's the Jacking power mode that can increase the power of already terrifying technological wonders. The parts that are connected to this module get bonuses to damage, maximum speed, or power.
I know how mine built.
Take your battle walkers for a stroll in the new arcade mode, which replaces the mode for armored aircraft. But the aircraft are allowed to join as well. Destroy your enemies and collect the tags that they drop. Whichever team collects the most at the end of the battle wins. To keep you on your toes, the arcade mode will change some parameters of armored vehicles without robotic legs. For example, the power of cabins will change and the speed of some movement parts and the outgoing damage will increase. These are not all the changes that await you in the new season. Let's take the next step together. See you in the wasteland.
Oh yeah, you definitely will. I'm bringing in my freaking full joystick with the freaking pedals for this. I know exactly. I want that freaking sprint mode. Looks really nice. Definitely want that. Apex Legends. I had to get into that. I had to really get into that game. That game was really sick. My Hero Ultimate Rumble. Oh, really? I have this game. I have the whatchamacallit. This is another version of My Hero. Heck yeah, it's gonna be online. It's multiplayer, free to play. Definitely getting this. You get to fight people from all different places. Yes. Marvel Spider-Man. If you're a big Spider-Man fan, there's a lot of Spider-Man games on here. A lot. Zombie games galore. BioShock. I gotta get back into BioShock. I love BioShock. I'm not a big fan of the Infinity. Infinity was good. It was really good. I really liked it. But I like the ones that are actually underwater. Oh, look at this Flight Simulator. Oh, man, this looks good. Definitely might want to grab that. Call of Duty. Warhammer. You a big fan of Warhammer? Guess what? There are tons on PC. Tons of Warhammer games. You bring to strategy games. There's so many, it's not even funny. Download it, just check it out. Experiment and check it out. See if you like it or not. You'll never be surprised. You really would be surprised. I'm not planning to go back. Like I said, the console, I'm not just how to do it. I'm happy here. I'm using my PS4. I haven't touched it because all the games I had on there, I literally have them on here now. I downloaded everything. Cancel my subscription. I'm tired of paying it. I did love the games they have on here. Definitely look at this right here. This is looking sick. This is what I'm talking about. I need something like this. This is what I want. I need something like a kind of a Fable style kind of game. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I play. That's why I say you really don't need a lot of power to run a game. You really don't. Most of it's just basically just to talk. No, it is. Most of it's just basically for bragging rights. I'm running this right now. This is my work PC I'm running right now, and it has a GTX 1050 on it. That's it. It has 16 gigs of RAM, which I don't think I updated on. It has an i5 processor on it. That's it. Games look gorgeous. Now imagine when we basically, this one over here has Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing this one has under the desk. The only thing I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be updating these to maybe 1660 graphic cards, and I think one of these is going to get an i7. That's basically about it. So I'm putting it in liquid cooling system and all that stuff. But for the gaming PC, yeah, that other one we're building, yeah, that's the thing that's going to run everything. But we're going to use all that, and there's no way in the world we're going to use all that power. There's no way in the world at all. You don't need all that. Games will look absolutely incredible. Oh, they got single player on this. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Runs up 4 Xbox controllers. I can use keyboard as a controller with this. There's reviews on it. That's what I like about this. Definitely going to get this. So I need something like that. I need some kind of fantasy game, like stuff like that. Yeah, it's right there. Fantasy in the Final Fantasy, tons of them on here. I can't get into Final Fantasy. I just never could get into the game. I know it's really good, but I just couldn't get into it. Portal. That's a funny game right there. Portal. The game insults you as you play the game. Oh man, fighting games on here. So many. I think I might get JoJo's Bizarre. I might get that, and there's a couple other ones I'm checking out. I'm gonna pick up. So I'm turning my work PC into a gaming / work PC. Definitely gonna be doing that. So that's why I'm adding some upgrades for that one. As soon as we get our case and work on Ice Boy, we'll get it up and ready to go. First, I gotta get my screens done. Oh man, we got all the Borderlands. The thing about it is, the bummer is I beat the crap out of Borderlands, but I did it on console, so I have to do it all over again on PC. Oh, Home Improvement, you get to fix space. Oh my goodness, you get to smash and wreck and fix things up from scratch. That's freaking crazy. House Flipper. That sounds interesting. I might get into that. Driving games and the driving simulators, there's tons on here. I might get one for the tractor trailer. See what that's like. This is on my wish list. I'm definitely getting this. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Mario Brothers. I used to play that back in the day. What the frick is this? Oh, this is definitely going on the wish list. G.I. Joe, The Wrath of Cobra. Oh, heck yeah. I love these games. Hero, G.I. Joe. I love these games. They got a new version of Streets of Rage. Definitely got to get that. All right, I'm digging that. Definitely liking that. Put that on my wish list. There it is right there. Give me that. No, we'll wait for the wish list. Yeah, add the wish list. Thank you. Check that out later on. This looks pretty cool. I'm looking at that. That looks pretty hot. Oh, this new contrast is freaking insane. Definitely gonna be getting this one. Nice sandbox. So wait a minute. I'm gonna look at this. Sounds like Monster Hunter. That's what it's like. Yeah, it's just like Monster Hunter. Exactly like it. And it's interesting that what you're seeing is when you look at the cinema mode, that's the actual gameplay. The gameplay looks exactly like that. But it's a lot like Monster Hunter. It looks like to me on that one. Alright, people, I gotta go. I'm gonna go get me a couple really cool games, and then I gotta be back in tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't know. Guess I gotta get prepped for the wall. No, we can't paint the wall, but prep for the panel screen we're gonna put in on Wednesday. So, gotta get ready for that. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time, and God bless.